the whole agenda is to create a one world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips. Right? There'll be no more cash. And this is getting straight from Rockefeller, so that's what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so now instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally. Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip. And you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control over people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has purchasing records, what you do,
everything is in there. You know? And so they want a one world government controlled by them. Everybody being chipped. All your money in those chips. And they control the chips. And they control people. And you become a slave. You become a serf. These people. That's their goal. That's their intentions.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and its number is 666. Brought the Yahweh, brought the Yahushai, 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 Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Kodash, brought the dumb to the sincere Akimon theaters, preach his word, sincerity and the truth, and double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone. You know, in today's lesson, I'm gonna get into the devil coming with great wrath, because he knows he had but a short time. And one of the ways the devil is coming with great wrath is what this RFID microchip. Because what Esau wants to do is he wants to eliminate all cash and replace cash with an RFID microchip. He wants to put this RFID microchip inside your flesh, and he can control every aspect of your life through this RFID microchip, you know? So we at a time where the devil is ready to push his agenda, this new world order, this one world government, you know? So it's gonna come a time where our faith is gonna be tested on the highest level, you know? It's called the hour of temptation. That's gonna try all of them that dwell on the earth, you know? But the Lord is gonna have a way for his elect to make it through these trials and tribulations. Some of us will be martyrs, the scriptures say that. Some of us are gonna have to die for our faith and what we believe in, you know? But there's a balance. Some of us are gonna be martyrs, and some of us are going to see how Shai's return, you know, in the flesh, pursuing the Mark 9:1. And he said unto them, verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stay here, which shall not taste death, till they have seen the kingdom of Yahweh by Shai come with power. You know, so Esau has his agenda to exterminate the men of the Lord, but you're not going to exterminate every member of the elect, you know. Certain members, their lot is dying for the truth, you know? Like we read back in Revelations chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So it's going to come a time where Esau is going to make this RFID microchip mandatory, you know? And if you don't take the RFID microchip, you're going to be deemed a terrorist, you're going to be deemed a threat to society, and they're going to mark you as an enemy, and you're going to be put to death, you know? So we have to have in our minds to endure this that's coming on earth. Because either or, if you take the ship, you're marked for death anyway, by the Most High, you know? This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So if you take that RFID microchip, you're going to be destroyed by nuclear fire. No. But if you deny the RFID microchip and shall not to be put to death, guess what? This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 14. For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so, them also will sleep in Yahushua will the Most High bring with you. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, and with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Yahushua shall rise first. So if it's your lot to die in this truth, you're going to rise first. You're going to be the first to see Yahushua's chariots.
Alright, shalom. This is your brother Issachar coming back at you with another lesson. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Okak Badash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and to the 144,000 scattered across the four corners of the earth. Shalom to you. Alright, in that short clip that I showed you, Akim and Aqua, in the right here in the beginning of this lesson, alright, that's a very good video right there, that shows, the Jacob's trouble. It shows the RFID microchip, which is the M.O.T.B. Alright, it shows those FEMA troops, those Storma troops that are gonna be, hauling people off to concentration camps. It shows Jake, the elect, getting beamed up into the chariots of Israel. So that's what we're gonna go into today, is the RFID microchip, because it's very important. It is the RFID microchip is the M.O.T.B. Alright, make no mistake. Revelation chapter 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Alright, so break this down. From the top, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. So we're not supposed to do what we feel is right. Okay, we gotta follow the specific instructions. Okay, alright, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. So it's the we're keeping the Lord's word. Alright, we don't have no private interpretation. We're not we're not over here just guessing. Alright, this is the Lord's word of my patience. So what does that mean, to be patient? Alright, you gotta suffer. Alright, you gotta wait. Okay. Alright, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Alright, so who's that I right there? I also will keep thee. So who's that I right there? That's the Lord. How about Shai? I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Right. Okay, so that is the hour of temptation, when these elites are gonna make mandatory the RFID microchip. Okay, that is the final test. Okay, that is the final test. So it's not a literal 60 minutes where they're gonna, like America's gonna be destroyed. All right, and you can get that in Revelation chapter 18. All right, that's a literal 60 minutes, 1 hour that Yahweh Shemel Shai is gonna destroy America. Okay, this hour is talking about a season, a time. All right, which shall come upon all the world. So there it is. Okay, because as you see what's happening right now with the Straits of Hormuz being closed and it's only open to like China and certain people. All right, remember it's a global collapse. Okay, it's a global it's a global restart, if you will. All right, because we're entering the new world order. All right, so remember, it's not a new United States order. It's not, a new European order. Okay, it's a new world order. Okay, so this is why it's saying, which shall come upon all the world. Okay, so not just America. You see, to try them that dwell upon the earth. So try means what? Okay, try means a test. All right, so let's follow me now to Revelation chapter 13 and Revelation chapter 13 verse 15 on down. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Okay, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so let's go to Revelation chapter 20 verse 4 real fast. All right, because John the Revelator, he saw this 2,000 years ago. Okay, so if those who don't worship, okay, the image, what is the image of the beast? The image is the new world order. Okay, and what is the mark? The RFID chip. Okay, it's very, very important. All right, because you got some dum dums out there. Okay, you got some certified clowns out there that say that the M.O.T.B is sin. Okay, that's off. That's off. It's off. All right. Revelation chapter 20 verse 4. And I saw thrones. Okay, so once again, the scripture I just read, it said, okay, the Lord telling us that, those who don't worship the image of the beast, okay, will die, should be killed. Okay, how? Well, right here, Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. Because right now, the elites, they're able to change the laws. They're able to do whatever they want. Something that is, right to the point, okay, is the files. Okay, the files. Because look at how they just get rid of the files like nothing, right? Okay, because they're the elites. So judgment was given unto them because they're able to do what they want. See? They're able to do what they want. Huh? Alright? And so they're going to be able to delete people if people are not down with their new system, which is the New World Order. Okay? Alright? Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Alright, remember that. Okay? The wicked have temporarily rulership over the earth. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded. Okay, for the witness of Yahweh Shai. So who saw the souls? John the Revelator. Okay, he saw this. How? By way of a guillotine. Okay, a guillotine, a guillotine. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast. Okay, so the beast is the ancient Roman Empire. Okay, all right. The beast system is the leaders of America, the EU, and NATO. All right. And which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image. So what's the image of these elites? What is going to be their new, their new global system? What's going to be their new thing? Okay. It's the New World Order, the NWO. Okay, so that is the image. Neither had received his mark upon their foreheads. See that? Or in their hands, which is the RFID microchip. All right? And they lived and reigned with Yahweh 1,000 years. So let's go to, let's go back right here to verse 13. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Okay, so right here, Revelation 13:16, and he. So who's that he right there? Okay, is that talking about one particular person? No, that's talking about the international bankers. Okay, starting with the Rothschilds, Rockefellers on down. Okay, the ruling elite, if you will. Okay, that is that is running the earth behind the scenes. The shadow government, if you will. Okay, and calls it all. Okay, so everybody, all right, everybody. Okay, both small and great, rich and poor. See that? Free and bond. So even if you go to jail, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that is the RFID microchip, which will soon be made mandatory, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So right there. Okay, so why why wouldn't people be able to buy or sell? Because not only is it the RFID microchip, the M.O.T.B, but it's also the replacement of the FRN, the Federal Reserve note. All right, the American dollar bill. Okay, all right. So because it's a new digital currency, everything is going digital. See, all right, and that no man might buy or sell, because it's also going to that chip is also going to replace the current currency right now, which is cash. Okay, the FRN's Federal Reserve note. See, all right. Revelation chapter 13, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark, or the number of the beast. Okay, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Because now people are realizing that that these elites are in fact satanic. You see, this is what is being it's people are finding out about it, that, these elites are, and leaders around the world, that they're, pedophiles, they worship Satan, bafflement, see? All right? What do you think, all those files was about, You see? Because, all these leaders, they're all with that same program, see? Revelation chapter 19, verse 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet. Okay, so, second here. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet. Okay, so the false prophet is the Vatican. All right, the Vatican that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received. All right, so with which he deceived them. Okay, so right there, key word, deceive. So it doesn't say that, these elites are going to come up with something convenient, okay, something for your benefit that's better for the people. It doesn't say that they're going to help you, like a stimulus check. Okay, it says, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. So deceive means what? Trick. Okay, because if somebody deceive you, then they're tricking you into believing a lie. Yeah. See that? Because why would they have to lie to people about taking the RFID microchip? Because if you take that chip, number one, that's a big no-no with our Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai. Number two, you're gonna be a complete perpetual slave to the New World Order and their elites. You see? Okay? And then that worship is image. Okay, so remember, what's the image? It's the New World Order. Okay? These both were cast alive into a lake of fire, burning with brimstone. See that? So let's go to, follow me now to Revelation. Okay, Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, and we'll go on down. Okay, so this is what happens, because you might say out there, well, how do you know that, the Most High Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai will be upset with me if I take that chip? Right here, okay, Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 on down. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Okay, one more time. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man, so anybody, okay, man, woman, child, if any man worship the beast and his image, okay, all right, so that is, remember, the image is the New World Order, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So if anybody takes it, okay, here we go. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So indignation means righteous anger, you see? And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, okay? In the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So if you take the RFID microchip, okay, you will be mounted. All right. This is why Apostle Hart says that, if you take a chip, that you have a date with a missile. This is it right here. Okay, fire and brimstone. You see? Because that is a very, very heavy prophecy. All right. So if these congregations are not teaching that, all right, then, man, yeah, that's no good at all. That's no good at all. That's no good at all. Okay. All right. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. All right, so there it is right there. Let me just get this real fast. Bear with me. I'm gonna bring up a There you go. So that is the chip right here. Okay. It is. So this is how it looks right here, the RFID microchip. Okay, this is the mark of the beast right here. Okay, this is the chip right here, so you can see it. All right. Let's see. See that? So it's just a little bit bigger than a grain of rice. See that? But that's it. Okay, that is the M.A.R.K. All right. Yep, and they're gonna place it right there in your hand. Okay. Right there. And it's gonna go right in there. All right. So when this chip is made mandatory, okay, remember to the believers out there of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you know, that's a major prophecy, you know, to not take it, you know, to reject that chip, you know, at all costs. So with that, that's it on today's lesson on the M.O.T.B. All right, stay sharp out there, stay tuned in, stay locked in on your feet, soldier. Shalom.